What's going on, people? Welcome to the player ratings after Manchester United have beaten Wolves by 2-0. Just what the doctor ordered. So let's see how dodgy these ratings are going to be. Because let's see. I don't know. All right, starting with David De Gea. I don't think David De Gea had to face a shot on target, to be honest. So what are you giving him out of 10?
Average six.
Yeah.
One little mistake, but really solid today. Solid. Nothing too difficult to deal with. 6.
Yeah. Is that an easy one? Should we just move on? David De Gea, not really much to do or say today. He didn't.
Agreed.
Yeah,
6.
cool.
I'm just shocked that he gave him a 6, but agreed 6.
No, he does call it as he sees it. You know, if De Gea does well, he says it. Yeah. If he does awful, he obviously does let us know that too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right back, and this was your man of the match, I think, as well.
Yeah, I think there were a lot of 7s, but I don't think there were any 8s today. Maybe not. No, but I think Wan-Bissaka was just again pretty decent. I thought he played pretty well. I'm very, very happy with his progress under Ten Hag. I'm happy with Ten Hag's management of him and Dalot. I don't think right backs are priority for this summer compared to the other positions.
Yeah.
And I think both right backs have done a decent job. I think Dalot's improved on his weaknesses one-on-one. He's won about 70% of his one-on-ones this season, which is very impressive considering people think he's awful. I think he's done pretty well. And Wan-Bissaka has looked a lot more comfortable in more advanced areas of the pitch. I know he's always been okay. I think people sort of underestimated him in the final third. I think he does things a bit awkwardly, which makes it look worse.
His style.
But I think he's always been okay at it, but he's never been brilliant. But I think in inverted areas of the pitch, he's looking a lot more comfortable in possession. So.
Yeah, and what I like is that he doesn't do anything that he doesn't do anything that's beyond him. He ain't going to try a big switch, a driven pass, an amazing pass between the lines. He just keeps himself to himself. He's good with the ball at his feet, where you can't really nick it off him because he's quite awkward, and just gives it. Like he just, do you know what I mean? Or when he can just swing it in, he will.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a 7 here. We agreeing with a 7?
Agreed.
I want to go 8 for Wambi.
Okay.
Fantastic performance. You know, defensive contributions or actions in terms of the tackles, sliding tackles, good driving with the ball.
Okay.
Like I said, I think he's got a little bit of a cutback as well on him. You know, in terms of, and that's an important type of our game. You know, going to the byline and cutting them back. So I think he's got a decent one. I'll give him an 8.
Okay.
But if you're sticking with 7, I don't mind.
Sorry, I would have given him an 8 had he put some more crosses in the box, because he had a couple of chances to actually put crosses in the box and he went backwards instead, cut it back or played backwards. But yeah, 7, solid 7.
Yeah, okay, I agree. Rafael Varane.
7. I had to think about that because I'm just thinking of those dodgy, like he did some dodgy kicks, man. He looked a bit rusty. He looked a bit rusty.
Yeah,
He looked rusty today.
Yeah.
But his tracking back was decent considering he's just come back from an injury. Positional awareness, good.
Plucked a couple out the sky as well, you know. Pink, don't worry, I'll deal with that.
Yeah, no, you're right. There was a kind of a worrying moment, I think, halfway through the second half, and he clipped it. He just clicked it.
Couldn't believe it.
Yeah. I was like, okay. I was like, yeah. So it's 7 for me.
Yeah, okay. Go, comfortable 7 there for Varane, or?
Yeah, Varane was solid.
Yeah.
Solid 7.
Agree with that. Okay, we'll move on. Back to this side now. Victor Lindelof. I liked him today.
Yeah, again, I would say a 7 as well.
Yeah.
Solid performance. Again, didn't put a foot wrong.
It's a 7 across the whole back 4. Really, innit?
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
I mean, but we have to give them. He came on, done his thing, did fine.
Yeah. 7.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll give Lindelof 7, yeah.
Yeah, he was
Keep it short,
just
sweet.
so composed, so assured on the ball. When there's something happening around him, I just have ultimate confidence that he ain't going to lose the ball or he's not going to make a stupid decision. Of course, a mistake can happen to anybody, but he's not going to get caught out positionally. There's not people running off him. And actually, what I really like about Lindelof now, compared to like a couple of years ago, what he's been renowned for is he's a bit soft, and you know, the bigger strikers, someone like a Diego Costa actually can come here and rough him up. Someone like a Troy Deeney, someone like a Mikel Antonio, etc., etc. But now he's got a bit more about him where he goes to engage, and it's like Ollie Watkins felt that Raf as well, couldn't get past him, and I just like his durability now. He's a lot more stronger than I give him credit for before. I've always thought he's good with the ball on his feet, and you know, 2 feet passing, he's fine. But yeah, I like what he's doing. Let's go into midfield. Sorry, Luke Shaw.
Yeah, 7 as well.
7. Yeah, comfortable. Doesn't matter. Centre back, left back. Play me where you want, Gaffer. Not a problem.
Put him on the left wing, actually.
Yeah, he'll do a good job.
Anywhere you want.
He'll do a good job.
He's crossing.
Yeah.
He's our best crosser our most consistent crosser. But he needs to do it more often.
Yeah.
I very rarely see him put a bad cross in.
Yeah.
But I think if we get a striker in the summer who's a good box presence, if you get Kane or Osimhen, whoever you prefer, if you get Kane or Osimhen, my goodness, Ten Hag's got to make sure Shaw is delivering those balls into those strikers.
Yeah, because he's perfectly capable. So we all agree with the back four. Let's go into midfield. Casemiro.
6.5.
No point. No, that's not how this works. You don't get to say a number, then see what our reactions are, and then go, oh, try and no.
Okay, no, six.
Okay.
Yeah.
Reasons?
Honestly, I think this is a recurring conversation that I had with KG like last week. He hasn't been the same since the suspensions. He just hasn't been the same. And to be fair, like me giving Casemiro a 6, like we all know he is just quality. Like he's Rolls Royce. Do you know? Like that's him on a good day. So me giving him a 6, it's not even.
It's not shocking. That's not shocking. 6 is average. Yeah, you're saying he was okay today. Is what you're saying.
He made a couple of tackles. I think it was harsh on him getting that yellow.
Yeah.
I think that was a stupid.
I think that's just his reputation.
Yeah, that's what I'm
As soon
saying.
as he makes a foul, the refs are just onto him.
So yeah, again, his reputation precedes him, right? So you know, we had 2 other players going for a tackle, and then he was the third one and got a yellow, and his was not. It was just soft. It wasn't. I don't think it was a card.
Yeah.
But I just think he's just being a lot more cautious. Like it's almost as if he's trying to find that balance, right? He's trying to he's not trusting himself. Okay. He's either too cautious or then he's like shit, slides in and makes But a 6. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree.
Yeah.
I've got.
It wasn't his best game, but it wasn't his worst. So
I've
that's
got
why
some concerns about him on the ball when he's under pressure. I think we need to. I think if we sign a midfielder in the summer, we're going to have to sign a midfielder that can partner him and is very, very comfortable in deep areas, receiving with back to goal, can turn. We need to sign the perfect. Frankie de Jong.
Frankie de Jong, that's what we always say.
He's not available.
That is the mould, though.
Yeah, so,
that's the type.
Moises Caicedo would be a good option.
Yeah.
I was going to say Caicedo.
Declan Rice is quality, but he's probably going to be too expensive.
Yeah.
So you've got to.
Caicedo will as well.
If you want to see the best of Casemiro, he might be. If you want to see the best of Casemiro, you've got to put. Firstly, we've got to stop giving the ball away so often because there's so many transitions going against us, and Casemiro is having to cover so much ground. That's a bit of a. I can back him up with that.
Yeah.
But like Steph said, I still think he's looking a bit rusty. So yeah, 6. I think 6 is.
Yeah, I agree. I think he had moments where he broke up play and done what he should do. Other moments, like you said, on the ball, maybe not so good. But I think he was just by his standards, he's just Casemiro today.
I want to give him a 7 though, guys. Just because of the blocks, he done what he does best. You know, I don't think we ever expected him to be, dictating the play and stuff. He had he had Toni Kroos, and Modric doing that for him. And now here, he's got a little bit of responsibilities and he doesn't do them brilliantly or to the level that we would expect. But I would still think he was fantastic at what he does well. Breaking up play, body on the line, headed clearances, being physical presence, protecting the back four. And that was at a 7 today. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, let us know, do you agree with the 6 or the 7?
That's
The 6 or the 7?
6.5.
Yeah, no, but there's no point. No, there's no halves allowed. Whole numbers only. Bruno.
My guy. I'm gonna give him
Give him the mic. We should go.
I'm gonna give him an 8 though, because his standard usually, it needed to be a bit more, maybe a couple goals or something for all the hard work. But
a lot of pushback over this side, Marcel.
it's a solid 8. It's a solid 8. I'm ready to argue for a 9.
Whoa!
Ready to argue for a 9.
Yeah, listen, let's hear him out. Listen, guys have an impact, got an assist. He played the pass that led to the pass that led to the goal. So that's 2 decisive moments.
Everything he did, he was part of everything that was good for the club today. That's what Bruno does. That's what he does. So I'm ready to argue for the 9, but I would say an 8. It's a solid 8, and I would.
You're gonna have to be ready to argue for the 8, let alone the 9, mate. Hang on. Okay, there's some winces and some oohs and some ahs over this side.
I think 7. I think 7's fair. If we were giving half, 7.5, but we don't give halves.
Yeah.
But 7,
so it was like the upper end of a 7.
Yeah, I think Bruno normally averages a 7. But look, fans look for different things. Like Marcel might look for different things that we look at, and he looks for.
Do you want to ask him what he was looking for?
What were you looking for?
Complete domination of the game. Pressing, running, passing. He's a risk taker, I think someone has mentioned it before. He is a risk taker, and he's brilliant at that. He was doing that a lot today. Even the runs, the third man runs across the pitch, horizontally. He's supporting on the left side, he's supporting on the right side, defensively. What more do you want from the man?
Criteria. Are you saying what more do you want?
I think 7. I just think 7. I don't think he was absolutely brilliant today. I thought he was good.
Yeah, I would say solid 7. Solid 7. But here's my issue. I agree with everything that you just said. Like, he was strong, like, he was robust, he, dominated. But at the point of the game, after we were just 1-0 up, it's a fragile lead. Don't be spraying passes. Like, he had plenty of... there was a lot of times where he had the opportunity to make the easy pass. And I know that might be boring football, but when we've got a fragile 1-0 lead and it's a must-win game, don't be spraying passes. Like, don't be trying the difficult shit. Just keep the simple shit and do it easy. And that's, for me, that's like kind of a frustration sometimes for Bruno. He just tries to be like fanciful. And I'm like, you don't need to be that way.
Cool.
Sorry.
Gets the assist, second goal, wrap it up.
Yeah, no. Yeah, fine.
That's a great point because
But yeah.
7.
if you can defend with the ball,
Yeah.
this is what we don't know how to do at the moment. I think Ten Hag will try and improve this. We've got too many players in our team who want to give they want to play the killer pass too early, and we need to defend. You can defend with the ball. If you've got the ball,
Control the
opposition
game.
can't score unless you've got somebody doing a stupid own goal or something.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Okay, let's quicken up a little bit then. Christian Eriksen.
I'd say a 6 today.
Yeah,
probably.
agreed. You sound like you want to go like a 5.
Yeah.
I think that's harsh.
Yeah. I want to go 5, but I'll do 6. 6, I'll give him a 6.
I don't, like, first half when we were on the ball, he kept us ticking. Some nice little balls in behind, some balls to feet. Just average, just 6. I don't think he was below average. You thought he was below average?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Slightly,
So
yeah.
you'd have given him a 5, yeah? Okay.
I would give him a 5, and I'm only saying that because it's the same story like with Eriksen. And again, maybe I'm just not being patient with him because he's just come back from not just come back, but he's come from injury. He hasn't been the same since injury, and he cannot make it past 60 minutes. Literally, he must look at the clock and be like, oh, 60 minutes, let me play shit. Like, not shit, but like he was sloppy. He was getting so sloppy and wasteful with the ball in the second half, and it was like Casemiro was like just covering up for it, like he was just covering him, like. And I think that just puts more pressure on the team. Like, maybe that's Ten Hag's fault that he left Eriksen on for so long. He should have come off way sooner, Eriksen.
Fred, and look what Fred did do when he came on as well, which is that was the perfect, solution. What was happening before Eriksen got injured, he would do the 60, 65, 70 maybe. Yeah. Then you bring on Fred for the last 15. Into the front line now, Anthony.
Anthony, 7, really good play today. And played really well, contributed a lot to good things that happened for the club today. Could have been a bit better in terms of his offensive actions, making the right decision in the final third. This whole season, that's what it's been about for him. But that's maybe just understanding the players, knowing where players are moving to, what kind of spaces that they could like to attack, and delivering the passes to him. But 7 today.
Okay. You guys agree with 7?
Really, it's a tough one, Anthony.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. I think 6 to 7 around that sort of range. But like I said with Anthony, I said on my fan cam, just like people look for different things. Some people think if you pay 80 million, you've got to score 30 goals. I don't look at football in that way. He's more of Sancho type in terms of a system player that will get better as we get all the profiles around him. And people will say, oh, I still want to see more. He's still got to improve his decision making. He has, but he's still 22 years old. I think it will come. But I'd say I think 7 is probably fair.
Yeah, I think that a 7 is probably fair, considering the actions he was involved in. And he gets into the positions, but he was wasteful. Is that enough to he got an assist, yeah, and should have scored. Is that enough to knock him down because it was a bit wasteful to a 6, or would you go with the 7?
I would go with a 7, and I kind of said this in my individual fan cam. Like, the reason why I go with a 7 is because I feel like most of our chances came down the right hand side in the first half. It came down the right hand side in the first half, and it wasn't for want of like trying. Like he was wasteful and he should have buried a couple. Yeah, he should have buried a couple, but he kept on trying, and there was no lack of energy, passion, all of that stuff. So, and compared to the left wing, exactly. But and he had an assist, and I just saw solid.
So I think sometimes you can maybe not get the end product that should be more, but you have to look at how the player is affecting the opposition. They're always scared of him. He gets us up the pitch. The overall impact he had. So yeah, okay, fair play. Onto the left-hand side, Jadon Sancho.
Ooh, I think probably a 5 for today. Maybe 5 is probably fair.
That's quite yeah.
Do you think that's too high? I mean,
no. It's about right. It's about right. You don't want to rein in on him actually and go, oh, well, he was a 4 and everyone else is amazing, but. I agree with you saying 5, yeah.
I'm a fan of his profile. I'm a fan of what I've seen before. I'm a fan of things.
What he's capable of.
What he's capable of. And again, people won't like me when I say this, but if we keep on hold of Sancho and we get the right profiles around him, you will see a better Sancho. However, what he's producing at the moment is not enough, and he can't even get past Craig Dawson on the counter. That's a big concern. So I am very, very concerned about Sancho.
Takes people
I
on,
think
it
he's
just
been misprofiled. I think
Yeah.
we think he's going to take players on, but I don't think he's ever done that. His best work's always come in the central areas of the pitch as more of a sort of a 10-8 sort of position. That's where in sort of the half spaces. That's where he sort of plays best.
He's never been one to push it past someone and leave them for dead. You just,
However-
like what Garnacho
However,
did.
you've still got to have more to your game. You've still got to be able to offer that maybe at times
Yeah.
if you're playing for Manchester United.
Yeah. 5?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Sorry, just really
Yeah,
quick. I think the difference with when you saw him at Dortmund, it's like he had the freedom to wander inside the pitch. Like even if he was on the wings, like he had a lot more freedom to come like inverted and like wander in the middle of the pitch, like you're saying 8-10, like those positions. This seems a bit more rigid to me, as in the setup that we have, it doesn't suit his playing style. Now, I'm not blaming Ten Hag. I'm not blaming like Manchester United. I'm just saying like what you said. If we get a different profile of players around him, which would allow him to be more free on the pitch, I think we'll see a better Sancho. But 5.
Yeah. Do you agree?
4. Yeah, 4.
Oh.
4. I would say he's not proactive enough. You know, Ten Hag talks about being proactive, and that's what he's not. He's not proactive enough. Even Anthony, we can accept Anthony for what he is right now because he just does the dynamic, proactive work defensively, covers the spaces. Jadon Sancho it's a 70-30. 50-50s a 70-30 in the opposition's favour. He doesn't give everything. You have to give everything in the 50-50s. 70-30s in the opposition's favour. Who's complaining about it? He's not going to make it, unfortunately, because the ones that have come before him in the wide positions, the Ryan Giggses of the world, they're just so dynamic and graceful with the ball. They want to beat players. They want to show us how good they are on the ball. He's not doing that enough, and he won't make it.
And you're not even talking about with the ball. You're actually talking about without it too.
A bit, yeah, without the ball and with the ball, because that's what Ten Hag wants. He wants proactive. He wants 11 defenders and 11 attackers. He's not showing me enough of that ability right now. I don't think he'll make it. There's other players in the league right now that can offer us more dynamic going forward and defensively, and then you can reel them off wingers right now in the league. So he needs to step up next season, or he's gone. Put it that way.
Okay. Yeah, Marcel, straight to the point there. Straight to the point. Martial.
This is really sad one as well, and I heard Charlie say that this is a bit sad as well. And I'll give him maybe a 5. I'll give him a 5. He scores.
He scores.
He scores.
He
Fleck.
scored.
He scores 6.
Yeah,
he scores.
I think his all-round game, it was a 5. It was a 5. But if he does score though, at a point when goals are at a premium, come on, guys. I'm not defending his performance, but look, we had to wait to the 98th minute, whatever it was, to even get a second. Like his goal was going to be the winner. Like and he had to score. I know it was easier to miss or whatever, but he scored. That's all I'm saying. I'm not defending his whole game because his game was poor, really poor. But I just think the goal saved him, and that's why he gets a 6 is an average.
The brownie point.
So if you're a striker and you've scored and you've basically won us the game because we scored at the end, not consolation, you go and I've won us the game. But his performance was not that.
Yeah.
But you're saying 6, I'm saying 6.
I agree.
I feel like there was 2 5s coming from this side.
Yeah, I think you've made a good case. I used to be. I'm still a fan of Martial. I'm going to support every player, but I'm really sad about how much athleticism he's lost. He can't turn very quickly. Don't get me wrong. I still think he's a decent player, but I don't think he's going to be good enough to be our number 1, number 9, and I don't even know if you can keep him as number 2. But as I was saying to Flex earlier, like. Weghorst is not going to stay, so are you going to keep? You're going to have to sign 2 strikers if you're going to get rid of Martial.
That's going to be beyond us, surely.
That's not going to happen.
I think Martial's second choice striker next season, guys.
I think that's what will
Yeah.
happen. I think that's what will. But but he wanted to go to Seville, didn't he? Because he wanted game time and stuff. But
after the season he's had, what leverage has he got? But then again, after the season he's had, he's like, I really need to play. Actually, after I want to put that behind me, and I really want to play, and then he's going to be second fiddle to whatever striker it is that we get. 5 then.
5.
Okay, 5. Fair enough. And then on to the subs. Have I forgotten anyone in the starting 11?
No.
I think we
that's
did
everyone.
one of the defenders. Did we do Shaw?
Yeah, we did.
Sure.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Garnacho.
Yeah, I'm just going to give him a 10 because he's come back. He's come back from injury and he's scored. Like, what can you
I didn't
say?
expect that from you. You're so like measured in that. Like Charlie's just not that guy. I'm just going to give him a 10. Yeah.
I'm just going to give him a 10. He's come back from a long injury. For a young player to come back from it was a horrible injury as well. And to come and score and then take your shot off in front of the Stretford and do the baby. Did he do the celebration?
He did do the baby celebration.
Just going to give you a 10 for that. Like
And new
his
contract.
composure, the composure in front of goal. How many of our attackers would have scored that chance he had?
Exactly.
Would they have messed it up?
Well, the ones that were on the pitch today, if Jadon Sancho was going through, I wouldn't have fancied him. If Anthony was going through, I wouldn't have fancied him. And with the way Martial has been playing, he probably wouldn't even have got there. Yeah, he was started with the ball, and then that bit where Bruno passed it to him, he probably would have got caught or had to stop, or something just would have happened with a slip on a exactly.
And
So
if you come on as a sub and you score, you've made you've done your job
Minimal
as an
touches
attacking
as well.
player. Exactly. So it's got to be high. It's got to be high.
He's saying 10. He's just saying 10.
I don't like to mark down.
No, you don't. I don't know. Yeah. So you're saying
I'm
10. Are you gonna ruin it?
9.
She's ruined it. You could have just.
No, and do you know what? The only
You can just.
No, I can't, Flex.
Just say 10. Just
No.
Alright.
Listen, again, I'm being measured and not negative. So I would have given him a 10 because I agree with. We're all in agreement, right? He was sensational when he came on, but he only played for 8 minutes. You can't give him a 10.
Yeah, it was a perfect 8 minutes.
Yeah, but he played for 8 minutes.
10 out of 10, 8 minutes. Scored.
You get a 10 for 8 minutes of football.
Celebration.
You
New
get 10
contract.
for 8 minutes
New
of-
baby. New teeth. He's got new everything.
New whip.
He's got new everything.
New hair.
Come on, give him a 10 so we can just say you got a 10. 10. Peer pressure. Fred, actually, great impact.
9.
He played less, didn't he? No, he came on when he came on, didn't he? I think he came on at the same time.
No, so you came on at the same time.
Yeah.
I give Fred a 9.
But yeah,
but
we're
I
having
think
some fun,
sorry,
yeah.
I think the reason why I would give Fred a 9 is because it's the comparison of when Eriksen came off and Fred came on. It's the energy, man. Like, of course, he didn't score a goal like Garnacho, but he just brought so much energy. He was running for every ball, committing himself to tackles. I felt like our back four felt a lot more comfortable when Fred came on.
Yeah.
I felt like there was an outball because towards the end of the game there was a bit of pressure on our box, and Fred and Wan-Bissaka, actually, those are the two stand-up players for me who kind of really defended the edge of the box and made life easier for Maguire and Lindelof.
He came on and done his job as well, Maguire. We're just giving Maguire just a flat 5, 6 to NA. Just
Six.
came on, couple of headers out,
Yeah,
he hit one good decent pass down the line to Anthony. Actually,
That was actually really good.
that was a really good ball. That's what I'm saying. No, it's a little clip.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
down there, yeah.
came on, didn't make no mistakes. So Harry Maguire 6.
What about the heading when he?
Yeah, listen, mate.
I was like,
Just put it out. I don't mind that. Just put it out. Just put it out. You just don't want to do anything wrong. Just put it out.
I think this Maguire ploy is quite a useful tool
Yeah.
to have for the last 5 or 10 minutes of
The
games.
other team starts going long.
Exactly, and they've got Diego Costa, they've got Collins, Dawson, they've got very good players for set pieces. So
On Diego Costa, you see when he kicked the ball into our side.
yeah, and then he faked it
to
do it.
I laughed. I love shit houses. I love it.
brilliant.
I love the first one. I thought, are you very? And when he went to do it again, I thought, if you do it, and then he just said, and I thought, he kind of read it. You go, wee. Yeah, that was
No,
funny.
he did put it out when.
Yeah, he did. He was just angry that he had to do
He's
it.
very angry.
He's a
about
shit
it.
house.
He booted it out, and
Yeah.
that's what.
Imagine he got that wrong. That is hitting a little kid in the front row easily. But he's a professional, so he had control of it. I'm going to say. Let us know what you guys think of these ratings. Are they way off? Are they on the point?
Wow.
Oh, yeah, Wout Weghorst came on, good energy, ran around, won a foul. 6.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, 6.
6. Let us know if all of these ratings are on point. I want to know what you guys have to say about it, and we'll see you for the next game. Bournemouth need to get a win.
Away.
Away. Yeah, need to get a win. Take care, guys. Peace.